are you guys' top 5 players like in NBA history?
Sure. I could definitely go first. Let me start with 5.
Yeah,
Probably have to go with Larry Bird, the greatest Celtics of all time.
of course, easily.
He could pass, he could score, he could rebound, he could do everything, bro.
Yep.
That's an overall player, all around. I got to give him the 5 spot. Number 4, definitely Magic Johnson. Like they both Larry Bird and Magic Johnson dominated the 80s, bro.
That's
And
crazy.
yeah, and actually in the dog, MJ was actually jealous of those two just because they won 3 rings. And he was like, yo, I do all this scoring, but I never got those rings.
Exactly.
That was his biggest milestone.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to give Magic the number 4 spot. Number 3, definitely Kareem. I feel like he's highly – yeah, man, people sleep on him. A lot of people be like, nah, Bill Russell's better just because of rings. But if you think about the style of basketball back then was not elite compared to now, especially during the 80s or 90s especially. So I got to give him that. And his scoring record as well. I don't think no one's going to reach that. Like, probably LeBron. I'll give LeBron maybe a couple more years.
Yeah, LeBron could pass him probably.
Yeah.
For sure. And then number 2, I'm probably going to go with MJ just because the 6 rings, the dog, he's an amazing player. He knows how to close out games. His scoring titles, his championships, finals MVP. You know, I can't give up MJ on the 2 spots. So, number 1, LeBron. I'm telling you, bro, Game 7 against Golden State, bro, that proves it all, bro. He was like number 1 in every stat category, bro. Like if you don't think he's the GOAT after that performance, go smoke some crack. For real, like yo, he's a force, bro. I gotta give him that. And that Golden State team was better than the '98 Bulls. You know, like that was legendary. What about y'all?
Yeah, John, who's your top 5 players of all time?
Top five. So I think I'm gonna follow the same approach. So number 5, I'll say Kobe Bryant. I feel like this dude is just, man, we all know Kobe, rest in peace. Like he's a dog. There's like, in my opinion, the hardest worker of all time. In my opinion, the most crazy mentality of all time. Broken fingers, he'll shoot with the left. You know what I'm saying? 5 a.m. in the gym. He's shooting. He's warming up like 4 hours before the damn game. Like, what the hell's wrong with this dude? You know what I'm saying? Doesn't go to the clubs. Just, you know what I'm saying? He's just a dog.
Did you hear what they did in the 08 Olympics? How before, like, they even had their practice even in the 3 hours before. And then D-Wade gets there, and he's like, oh, what's up, Kobe? And Kobe's
and he's sweating. Yeah.
And them so they can go to practice.
Yeah.
Man,
he's different. He's different. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? That's just a different mentality that only, like, a few people I see a little bit that have that. Greatness. Like, maybe, like, yeah, like that. It's like that greatness, the mentality. Because you can have the mentality, but I feel like the work ethic behind it is what really put him
You got to be
over the
willing
top.
To sacrifice your life.
Exactly, because I feel like some people have the mentality, like a little bit of it. Like I see, like Westbrook, like he always says, "Why not?" Like that's kind of crazy too. Like even with the triple, but like the work ethic behind it, like what you were saying about like the D-Wade story, like even showing up hours ahead of time, like consistently, bro, you're nuts. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely put him at my number 5 spot. I'll put. Ooh.
A lot.
Oh, damn. Could I say like 5A and 5B? Could I do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I want to put Kobe and Shaq 5A, 5B. 5A, 5B. Because to me it's like interchangeable. I'm gonna give Shaq the slight edge, but I also feel like Kobe has to be in my top 5 too. So I'm gonna keep it like that. You know what I'm saying? And then number 4, I'm gonna say Larry Bird. Larry Bird, man, he's a winner. You know what I'm saying? He can do everything. His passing ability is super underrated for those who don't know. Yeah, we all know he can shoot the lights out, but his playmaking ability is like it's
before
like
LeBron came, he was considered the best passer, but
his passing is nuts. Like people really need to look at that. Number 3, I'd probably say
getting tough.
Kareem. I think I said Kareem.
Yep.
We all know he's a bucket. You know what I'm saying? I think he won a chip in Milwaukee with Oscar Robertson.
Yeah.
Obviously in the Lakers, he put in all that work too. He's nuts. Number 2, I'd say Michael Jordan. I feel like Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time. With like when I say that, I mean pretty much like as an icon. super iconic, worldwide famous. His shoes speaks for itself. His image speaks for itself. The 6-0 speaks for itself. I feel like, I feel like this dude is just like, he's the greatest assassin. When I look at him, I see the greatest assassin to ever live. I see someone who's gonna rip your heart out, doesn't give a fuck who you are, will literally create a fake story, just to kill you. You know what I'm saying? So when I see Michael, man, in my opinion, I know Kareem has the most points, but I look at Michael and I'm like, bro, like he's the greatest. Like I'm gonna get a bucket. He's the greatest bucket getter I've ever seen.
If he needs to get it, you're not stopping him.
Yeah,
He's gonna find a way.
He's gonna find a way. You know what I'm saying? And then number one, I'll definitely say LeBron James, because I feel like LeBron James, when I look at this dude, it's like not only like, as I said earlier, everything like what can't this man do? Like he can do everything, but just like I think he has this thing in him that few people possess. I see it in Magic Johnson, where it's like he could elevate the people around him to win a championship regardless of the talent level. Yeah, regardless of the talent of the supporting cast, which is insane. Like the man will literally have individuals who, you know what I'm saying, borderline all-stars, if not even close to all-stars, and still has an expectation of going to the ECF, WCF, if not finals, every single year. You know what I mean? Even as an old guy, a washed guy,
17 years
right now, it's still like, you know, he's putting in work on playing at an MVP level. You know what I'm saying? Him or Giannis toss up, and it's just like his longevity is ridiculous. Passing, scoring, and he's not even a scorer first play.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and he's already third all time.
Yeah, and he's just, in my opinion, he's just the most efficient, driven, you know what I'm saying? Like, his mentality's on the level. He's just the best basketball player, in my opinion. Like, there's just nobody else I could say who is better than him.
Yeah.
So for me, my number 5.
That's a great list.
Yeah, that was a great list. I wouldn't put Shaq in my number 5. For the sole fact that I feel like he underachieved. It's weird because he has an MVP, 4 championships, 3 finals MVP. But Shaq literally had the capabilities of being the greatest player of all time. Think about how dominant he was, bro. Nobody was touching him. He was averaging 30 and 15 in his sleep. Okay, and if he came to camp in shape, he would have made a crazy difference. Like him and Kobe could have 6 or 7, 8 rings. They only got 3. So I was damn. And then Kobe even said if Shaq was in shape, we would have been way more dominant. The Spurs were not touching them. They wouldn't have lost to the Pistons. They should not have lost to the damn Pistons, bro. Okay. They had Karl Malone. They had Kobe.
That team was legit, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I respect the Pistons
back then.
I respect the Pistons. The defensively, they were crazy. Tayshaun Prince, Richard Hamilton, Big Shot Billups, all of them. Respect them. Yeah, but I give them the same thing I give the 2011 Mavericks. They should not have a ring. If the superstars play the way they did, like the Mavericks, you think the Mavericks should have a ring right now?
Hey, man.
No.
I mean, I'm happy they got. I'm happy they got a ring, though. I'm happy
Dirk went off.
I really wanted Dirk to get a ring.
No, I'm happy Dirk went off. But listen, LeBron was choking that whole series, bro. He was scared, bro. D Wade was their best player, and they blew a 15-point lead with like 4 minutes left in game 2. I remember watching that game live. Him and D Wade are throwing each other punches and shit in the sideline, like celebrating with 4 minutes left just to blow the lead. Like,
oh my god,
you know what I'm saying? I was like, and then they should have beat the Mavericks in 5 games. But anyways, back to my point. It's like number 5. I can't have Shaq. I feel like he underachieved. He should have been way more dominant than he was. Could have been the greatest player of all time, but he isn't. So my number 5, I'm probably gonna put. I'll probably put. I can't put Kobe. I love Kobe. He's my greatest player of all. He's my favorite player of all time. But I feel like even with Tim Duncan, it's like they got comparable resumes. Hakeem could go there. Anybody can go there. But definitively, I'll probably put Larry Bird at 5 because Larry Bird, 3 rings, 3. He's the last person to win 3 straight MVPs. That's like a good. That's a good thing to know. And he won 3 championships. He was just crazy in the 80s. Like at one point, people who lived in the 80s, they keep telling me he was better than Magic. They were like, he was better than Magic. But then
he definitely was, in my opinion.
His career was like 10 to 12 years because he had back injuries, so he didn't last long. Magic got more rings, so that's probably why I'll put him at number 4. And I think he has like 2 or 3 MVPs too. But then again, Magic had the luxury of playing with Kareem. So now I'm like, all right, I don't know. If you didn't have Kareem, I know you'd be great, but like, would you have all the success? Because Bird had a great team, but he didn't have Kareem. So that's why I put Magic at the 4. 5 chips. It speaks for itself. And then number 3, I'd probably put Kareem because 38K points. Like, I'm like, how is he scoring that much points in the 70s and the 80s? Like, it was barely a 3-point line. He just had the sky hook for 2 points, all these rebounds. He was 7 feet, but he was efficient. Like, he was Tim Duncan before Tim Duncan. Mm-hmm. So that's Kareem at number 3. And then 2, this is where it could be interchangeable depending on the day. I personally think, right, that number 2 is LeBron James, but I'm only saying that because of the circumstances around the situation, right? When I see greatest player, I think about what you achieved, what you accomplished. Jordan can only accomplish from the position he was in. It's not Jordan's fault he had Phil Jackson. It's not his fault he had Scottie Pippen. He had the luxury of having those people that enabled him to be a great player, you feel me? So it's like he was in that position, but I can't disrespect him by saying, oh, but LeBron didn't have, like, no, Jordan, you gotta have to take the cards that you're given. You feel me? And he won like 5 MVPs, 6 finals MVPs, 6 rings, 6 for 6 in the finals. I'm like, damn, you go to the finals 6 times and you don't lose once. You don't even go to a game 7. I'm like, damn, you feel me? So then that happens. And then I'm just thinking about defensive player and MVP in the same season. I'm like, that's crazy. That's really crazy. And he was dominant. Like in the 90s, nobody's winning a ring. Not Patrick Ewing. Not John Stockton, not Karl Malone, not Gary Payton, not Sean Kemp. He kept everybody from getting rings. LeBron's letting everybody have their turn. Steph got a ring. KD got a ring. It's like, I don't
talk about KD.
Hey, listen, that's
don't
another
talk about KD.
Well, my thing is, it's not LeBron's fault that he faced greater competition. You feel me? Like, I'm not gonna hold it against him that he had to face the dynasty Spurs and the dynasty Warriors. But I gotta go based off of what I'm given. Jordan didn't have to face that, but Jordan dominated his competition. LeBron has been dominant, but he's not dominating to the point where nobody else is winning. So that's why I'm like, LeBron, I personally think he's the best player. He could be the best player of all time, like, given the circumstances and everything he's have to work with. He also didn't have to have Phil Jackson and shit, but I can't really control that narrative from him. But given everything Jordan did and accomplished and how dominant he was against his competition, I got to give LeBron the 2 spot. And then number 1, I explained everything about Jordan. It's Michael Jordan. But even with me saying that, this is why I put LeBron above MJ, and it's not even close. Off the court, LeBron is a hero. LeBron is an icon. LeBron has done more than any athlete in American sports ever has. Maybe Muhammad Ali could be up there too, but LeBron's built schools for people. He's actively speaking out for the Black Lives Matter movement. Like, LeBron has an ultimate respect for me. And that alone, I'm like, the greatest player of all time if you combine his on the court and his off the court achievements. That's where I'm like, Jordan can't touch LeBron. LeBron is amazing. He does everything by the book. He came from nothing, single mother, like everything. He's done it by the book. He's never had controversy off the court. He's highly scrutinized every day. They're like, oh man, LeBron James only scored 25 points. If they got 30, like, you know what I'm saying? LeBron's not compared to anybody else in the league. He's compared to the greats. Nobody else in the league is even close. Like, KD's probably the second best player when he's healthy. He's not even close to LeBron.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, this level sits.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. Like, off the court, I feel like he's like damn near untouchable. You know what I'm saying? One thing I just want to highlight is like, I just get confused in regards to just like I get it. Like MJ, he never lost, and of course, like LeBron had harder competition.
Yeah.
My thing is like, it's just a question for you guys. Like, what do you guys hold to like? What do you guys think is a better achievement? Like, to lose at the highest level, like in the finals, or to not even, or to lose in the playoffs? Because I know people always kill. Most of the people I know that say MJ's the GOAT is mainly because of his win. He never lost the finals.
Yeah.
Mainly because LeBron lost in the finals is why they don't put him as the GOAT. So my question is just like, all right, well, wouldn't you say that it's a greater accomplishment to lose in the finals than to lose in the playoffs? What do you guys think?
Fritz, you want to go first?
I think the biggest accomplishment is probably to lose in the finals for sure. Just because, like, think about the season without Kyrie, Game 7 against the Celtics. Like, LeBron put that team on his back. And then, unfortunately, he didn't win the finals, but I got to give him credit. That Game 7 series, if you put MJ in that situation, Celtics would have easily swept them without a doubt. LeBron, as I said before, he legit lead the stats pad with steals, blocks, rebounds, without a doubt. So definitely, I would definitely put LeBron over MJ when it comes to accomplishments, especially when it comes to going to the finals. Even though he lost, I gotta give him that respect.
He did go 8 straight years too.
Yeah,
8 straight years. He was tired.
Almost
Also,
20.
something that's not brought up about Jordan. The one thing I'll hold against him that's like an asterisk on his resume, he took a break in the middle of a three-peat. I understand his father died. I'm not trying to put that on anybody, but it did help him because if he had stayed after he three-peated, he probably would have lost to Houston. He probably wouldn't because his legs were tired. He was exhausted. LeBron has way more stamina. LeBron has been playing at this level for 16, 17 years, hasn't took any breaks, has continuously been in the finals, been playing deep into the playoffs more than anybody in NBA history. 8 straight finals appearances. So that means every year he's playing from October to June, while everybody's playing from October to April. He has 2 more months